The LEC has a massive problem, criminal even, in the world of entertainment. It's boring. In the entertainment business, you need to make money and be entertaining. The LEC does neither. And Shocks kind of highlights a problem. A question for you guys though, I need some help. I'm from the UK, so I've always been an LEC fan, but this past split, I genuinely think the LCS has stepped up, and it's a more entertaining broadcast overall. I do want to cover it, and it would be a huge help if you guys could let me know. LEC versus LCS, which one's more entertaining and why? Could be casters, could be best of threes, could be trash talk or anything else. Today's lesson though is trash talk and why the LEC sucks at it and it's ruining the league. Let's look at Shocks, who has this edgy flame persona. It's, dare I say, stale. The LEC on a whole is stale. When no one flames back, it's boring. When it's a one-way street, it's not banter, it's cringe. Trash talk works when one person flames and you're kind of on the edge of the seat of what response, what kind of zing is going to come back. But with Shocks, it never comes back to her. Please find me a clip of Shocks flaming and getting flame backed. I'm genuinely asking. Let's watch her flame, and 99% of the responses will be cringe silence or them saying, "Oh, you don't have to do me like that." That was my Eastern European accent. It was terrible.
Hard to throw a game when you're 9k gold ahead, right?
Yeah.
When you're 6k gold ahead.
You guys can do it.
I mean, we managed, Rogues managed, no doubt. Some of the you need to be a good team can manage always. That one hurt.
That was a good one. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7,
Me.
8, 9, 10.
Count to 1647.
You didn't have to do me like that.
It was like a double
Yeah,
kill
I
though.
just
Did we record that? We did check your solo queue records on Jinx. It wasn't fantastic, but it was great in T-Scare. Just playing around.
This isn't a Shocks problem, by the way. At least she adds some spice to it, and the flame is good. It's not over the line. It's where it should be. I don't know if people are scared they'll get backlash if they flame back because she's a woman, but it would be so much better. Kate Abdo, probably the best football host going, literally starts every show flaming the panel, but what makes it work is they make jokes back at her. There's a bit of a running gag she fakes an American accent as a British person. This is such tame banter, but it's so easy for the guys to go back to her and make banter a two-way street with no one getting offended, and it's so much better than this cringe, awkward silence. And I would be shocked if Shocks doesn't actually want someone to go toe-to-toe, flame her back, keep it exciting, and the viewers entertained. I don't even mind if they script some of the flame back at Shocks to start with, to kind of make it acceptable that a woman gets flamed on the broadcast, and it's funny, she enjoys it. Nothing mean, just banter on the same level as making a joke as Kate's American accent is fake. It involves Kate in the group and comes across as natural friends joke and not like the awkward flame that Shocks does. This isn't even the LEC's biggest problem. It has a massive problem. Let's look at the past winners. G2, 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 Mad, G2, Rogue, G2, Mad, G2, 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 G2. Fnatic, G2, 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 G2. It's crazy. When one team has won 14 of the past 17 titles and been in the last 16 finals, you literally could not pay me to give a fuck about the LEC. I only care about G2 because at internationals they put on banger matches and give the LEC hope. Mate, EU's lost to NA in the past 2 internationals. That's a fact. The region is a one-team region. It can no longer play the card the LEC as a whole can compete internationally and is better than NA. It isn't. It isn't a high-quality region. And when I see G2 win their 4th split in a row with zero atmosphere in the LEC studio instead of a stadium, the LEC has to offer me something else to be invested in it. My poor man Kadro is currently carrying viewership on his back right now. But enter the solution. Call of Duty. They get it. They simply get it. With a fraction of the LEC viewership, they put on insane events and get a narrative side of it we want. Player stars, personalities. If I mention the UFC, you instantly think of Conor McGregor, not any of the current UFC champions. When I mention the LEC, you instantly think of like Caps, Reckless, Perks, Bwippo. Not any of I couldn't even name you any of Mad's team. I couldn't name you any of Giant X's team. Mad have got Aoyoya. They're just so forgettable. I don't think a single LEC watcher really cares about Fnatic versus G2 for the 10th time in a row. Fnatic last won 6 years ago in 2018. Why are we forcing this G2 versus Fnatic as even a close rivalry narrative? Fnatic have faced G2 in the final 5 times in the past 6 years and lost every single one, and it's not even close. So what does COD do? it focuses on the players, it builds stars, it builds heroes and villains. Let's take a look at the last major, for example. The team get a WWE style walkout intro, and the narrative they're pushing is the FaZe are the villains and their player Draza has massive beef with the Toronto Ultra player. Nothing like, oh, G2 Fnatic are two great teams, such a great history, boring, boring, boring. No one cares. Whether they admit it or not, fans literally want reality TV level drama between players, because listen to how invested the crowd is when there's a personal beef. The audience are super involved, and watch Draza, he's the tall one on the left, completely lean into the pantomime villain role.
Through. Hold on, I'm ready to get involved in chant.
I want to see it. Start it.
They can't hear me, but I'll join in. Fuck you, Draza! Fuck you, Draza!
And it's been scrapped in the background like, hey.
Watch when the hometown heroes beat the villains. It's so hype.
It's gonna be Ultra! Oh my god! It's gonna be Ultra!
Put it on scrap! Why is the camera there? Put it on scrap!
Oh my god, Ultra secure spot in the grand final.
What are you, camera guy? What are you doing? Thank you.
The crowd going wild here. Oh my god.
Wow. And the follow-up interview oozes personality compared to the LEC. This is a COD team winning the semi-final versus the next interview I'll show, which is G2 winning the entire split.
Call of Duty being played here on the main stage. 100%. How you feeling getting that win?
I mean, fucking seriously, are we serious? Are we fucking serious? You know, we came out, they're breaking down. I don't know how, bro. Like, I'm getting told they need a person for confidence. Get the fuck out of here with that shit, bro. My whole team got confidence, every single one of us.
Title, 13 finals, 12 titles. How does this one feel?
I definitely feel, relief more than anything today. I think that the games were very close and they were very fiesta-ish as well.
I know.
And I know Optic are the biggest team, but the hype the crowd has when the final is mid, boring. The final is a 4-0 stomp. We've had that in League when a final is 3-0 and there's zero hype, but COD manage it somehow. And do you know why? Because they're in an arena, because everyone's shouting their name, and the players go fucking crazy.
4, 3, ladies and gentlemen, 2, 1, it's a 4 let's fucking go! It's a clean sweep!
And they will lift the spring split shield.
And when you see the players go crazy, it instantly clicks in your mind, holy shit, they care about this. I care about this. When I watch G2 win their 5th LEC split in a row, they're like, woohoo, woohoo, we won, guys. Don't really care. And then, yeah, we've won another LEC, but we really just want to beat T1. This is just kind of like a warm-up for us. There's just zero hype. But this is where the LCS is taking over the LEC. They get it. FlyQuest versus Team Liquid. No one really gave a fuck until Bwipo inspired Jensen came out with the trash talk. It was hilarious. APA, better known as Yappa, replying to the trash talk, back and forth, flaming in game, on Twitter. It's actually an organic rivalry, and this led to a high stakes LCS game. We don't care that the entity G2 doesn't like the entity Fnatic. We like the fact that Yappa doesn't like Jensen. That matchup's mid. Yappa and Jensen are playing the matchup. G2 Fnatic, their logos, they aren't playing the matchup, no one cares. The finals post-match interview was incredible. You could feel the relief of Team Liquid players, you could feel how good it felt to shut up FlyQuest, And even the Korean players, the most respectful, mild-mannered players in the world, couldn't help but get involved in this trash talk. And this is what the stakes is. They got to trash talk FlyQuest as the winners, and you 100% know if FlyQuest won, they would have been like, these guys are trash, but they have to eat their humble pie. It adds so much stakes to it.
Win everyone, I'm the LCS Jungle King now. How I cannot be emotional?
To me, kind of easy that game, my opinion. Like second game too. I mean, they're choking, you know. So like,
also, honestly, the win is like nice, but it was more so I didn't want to lose to the top jungle of FlyQuest. They're so fucking annoying, man. Like, their skill level was not as good as their egos. I think they're good, but like, they were talking too much shit. It's like, I mean, honestly, I'm not the person to shit talk someone after I win, but my God, they would not shut up after they won.
If you guys want to trash talk, be as good as this guy.
It's important to know, none of it is nasty, it's in good spirits. These guys will be going backstage, chilling together. Take COD for example. The entire crowd, listen to this, was chanting, "Fuck you, Draza."
Crowd going wild here!
Oh my God.
Wow!
I think David, I can't say his second name, fuck it, said Draza's mum was in the crowd, listening to thousands of people insult her son, and she loved it. Not because she hates her son, but for valid reasons. She gets he's playing a villain role. The crowd love it. It grows the esport. And afterwards, the players and the fans will all go split a beer afterwards. I fucking love that attitude. If you go to the theatre, there's a villain. You hate him, hate him, hate him. At the end, standing ovation, he bows, everyone appreciates. He's playing up to the role. What great performance. That is what villains are in esports. The LEC and League in general have an issue of being so anti-banter or flame, it's sterile and boring. By making sure there's zero risk of anyone being offended, they kill any personality in the league, any investment from the fans, and any chance to build heroes and villains. And we go back to this insanely boring G2 versus Fnatic narrative even the players don't care about. Thanks for watching. Make sure you subscribe. We're growing rapidly, boys. See you soon.